Here's a question for you guys. Where in a room is the best place for the sound engineer to be when mixing live sound? Now, I've made quite a couple of observations on this topic from visiting a couple of churches around. It is common to see most churches have a sound booth or a technical room built separate from the main auditorium, and it's somewhere maybe at the back of the auditorium or somewhere upstairs or somewhere around, and then there is a sliding window where the sound engineer can see through to observe what's happening in the stage and in the main auditorium, and he mixes from the sound booth. Now, aesthetically and visually, that setup looks really neat and everything is arranged very well in their own place. But the problem I find with this approach and setup towards mixing is that the sound engineer is not in the same acoustic space as the audience he is mixing for. Remember, the sound engineer mixes for the audience, and he needs to hear what the audience are hearing for him to be able to give them a good mix. Here's the principle about live sound that is most often taken for granted. If you want the mix to sound good in the room, then mix in the room.
If you want it to sound good in the house, you mix in the house. Okay? There's not a concert you go to that you pay big money for that they don't understand that.
What I'm trying to say is that if you find that you're not mixing in the same acoustic space, and by acoustic space, you might even be in the same, maybe you are not in a separate room, but you are way back in the congregation, and then you can't even hear the main speakers at the front very well, or the subwoofers, and then you're mixing because you can't hear enough of certain frequencies, and those in the middle of the congregation are complaining of those frequencies being too much. Then you need to look for a way to maybe rearrange your setup. You can get your console somewhere in the middle of the church. I know that place is primarily real estate for the church, but have a good discussion with your church team, your pastors, and then find a way to locate yourself in the right place you should be, same acoustic space as your audience. And I think just by doing that, your mix will be significantly improved, and even the pastor will get to thank you and be appreciative for that.
If you ever have trouble with pastors sometime about understanding that, you should have him preach from the parking lot one Sunday and see how well that goes. Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching. If you've gotten any value from this video, then consider subscribing, and you can click to watch another video. Other than that, I'm Kelvin. I'll see you in the next one.